to sit up nice and tall. Just closing the eyes, take a little roll of the shoulders. And just starting to connect with your breath. So just clearing the mind, let go of your day and anything else you've got to do for the rest of the evening, the rest of the week. And just focus on yourself, your own breath and movement. So just really trying to slow down now. Take some nice deep breaths, breathing in and out through the nose. And just focusing at the moment to try and keep that breath nice and smooth and even. So taking a full inhale, breathing in. And a slight pause at the top of your inhale before breathing back out through the nose. And really try and release and breathe out all that stale air from the bottom of the lungs. So just trying to take that focus and attention inwards on the breath. We're going to start now to take our inhale from the belly to the ribs to the top of the chest. So you're really filling the whole of the lungs into your full body breathing as best as you can. So breathing in nice and deeply, fill the whole of the lungs. And then breathing all the way back down from the chest to the ribs down to the belly. So we're going to take the breathing to a slightly different level now. You're going to continue to breathe in and out through the nose, but we're going to do, we're going to take an inhale into the count of 4. You're going to take a pause for 2, and then you're going to exhale for 4, and then take another pause for 2. So it's kind of going around a little rectangle. So breathing in for 4, pause for 2, out for 4, pause for 2 before breathing back in. So you're going to take 3 rounds of breath like that in your own time. So you can use your own counts. If you feel that you can breathe in slightly longer, maybe to the count of 5 or 6, you can take it there. But really focusing on breathing into the belly, taking it up into the ribs, and then finally up into the top of the chest and all the way back down. But really try and retain that breath at the top and keep your exhale at the bottom. So you're just going to take 3 rounds of breath now in your own time, and once you've done that, you're going to just come back to your normal breath. So just on your own now, nice deep breaths in. So just coming back to your normal breath now once you've finished. Breathing in and out through the nose, still full body breathing from the belly to the ribs to the top of the chest. And whenever you exhale, you're really trying not to force the air out too quickly. You just want it to stay nice and smooth and even. Inhale and exhale, just nice and softly. So you're going to drop the chin down towards the chest. Just breathing into the back of the neck. Trying to release any tension or tightness that you can feel in the shoulders. Keep grounding down through the sit bones, gently pulling the belly button in and sending the crown of the head up towards the ceiling. So really try and relax those shoulders as you breathe in. Now you're going to take an inhale and roll that chin over towards the right. And then use the whole of your breath out to bring it back to the centre. Taking it over towards the left side now as you breathe in. And exhaling to gently bring it back. take that once more on each side again in your own time, your own breath to movement, just as slowly as you can. And just gently warming up the neck. Breathing in, you're going to lift the chin all the way towards the ceiling, looking up. And exhale to slowly bring it back down towards the chest. Just one more like this. You're going to take another breath in now. Reach those arms up nice and high. So stretching through the fingers, draw the shoulders away from the ears. Send the energy up, lengthening through the spine. So really breathing into the sides of the body here if you can. You're just going to take another round of that square breathing here. So breathing in for 4. Pausing for 2. Out for 4. Pause for 2. And then you're going to take a little twist to your right, float the arms down. So pressing that right hand into the floor behind you, left hand is onto the right knee. You're breathing as you breathe, lengthening as you breathe all the way up through the spine, from the belly to the ribs to the top of the chest. And gently twisting a little bit deeper as you exhale. One more breath here. Reach the arms all the way up, so feel that real stretch through the side of the body, twisting over to the left now, bring the arms down. You've got the left hand behind you, right hand onto the left knee, you're breathing all the way up through the spine, so from the belly to the ribs to the top of the chest, and gently twisting a bit deeper as you exhale. Just take a final breath here. As you inhale, you're going to really stretch through the sides of the body. Lengthen through the spine, back to the center, draw the shoulders away from the ears. We're going to take one more round of that square breathing. In for 4. Pause for 2. Exhale for 4. Pause for 2. We're reaching forwards, take those hands down towards the mat in front of you. Just drop the chin down towards the chest. Feel that stretch and lengthen through the spine. Even maybe down into the sit bones here. Breathing in. And breathing out. See if you can reach a little bit further forward. You're going to walk the hands over towards the right. So trying to keep both the sit bones onto the mat. Really keep this left sit bone plugged down into the mat. We're stretching through those left side of the body here. Breathing in. And breathing out. So if you can relax forward, walk those fingertips further down. And then maybe see if you can take the hands over to the right even further. So still keeping those sit bones onto the mat. Just take them all the way around as far as you can. Nice deep breath in. And breathing out. One more breath here. Now you're going to reach this left arm all the way over to the side. You're going to right arm. You're going to send the top left arm, just drawing that shoulder blade back, that top shoulder blade back, but you're still keeping grounding down through both the sit bones. So really breathing through the left side of the body. Just take 2 breaths here. Drawing that shoulder blade back. You're going to take that left hand down towards the mat once more, and then just gently walk the hands all the way back round to the front of your mat. Take an inhale and an exhale to walk those fingertips forward. You're going to walk the hands over towards the left side this time. So again, keep both the sit bones really glued down into the mat. Stretch through the right side of the body here into those ribs. Relax forward as you exhale. And then see if you can walk the hands round to the side even further. So you're really feeling that stretch through the side of the body, but still keep those sit bones glued down. Reaching forward with this left hand. You're going to bring the right arm up and over, so you really feel that stretch all the way through the side of the body here as you twist. Drawing the right shoulder blade back, lengthening through the sides of the body. Still keep grounding down through those sit bones. 2 breaths here. And then slowly bring that right hand down to the mat. You're going to walk the hands back round to the front here. Final breath, lift through that chest. And exhale, reach forward. As you breathe in this time, you're going to stretch those arms, lengthen through the sides of the body, all the way up towards the ceiling. Keep grounding down through the sit bones. Bring the palms down into the centre of the chest, blinking open the eyes if they're still closed. You're going to clasp the hands together and take a little roll through the wrists. So keeping the heels of the hands together as best as you can, you're going to take them around the other way. And then we're going to take a pause. We're rolling through the fingers here, so Mexican wave. And then I'm going to take a little pause. You're going to go back the other way. So giving the wrists a little shake, we're going to come into our tabletop position. So swinging the legs all the way around. You're going to bring the hands underneath the shoulders, the knees underneath the hips, and you're just going to take a deep breath here. As we exhale, scooping the belly, starting at the tailbone. Drop the chin towards the chest. So really lift that space between the shoulders. Inhaling, we're coming forward. So send the tailbone up, rolling through the spine. Lift through the chest and heart. Exhale to come back. Again, use your whole breath here. Use your own breath and own movement. Breathing in as you come forwards. And exhaling. Take a final breath here, come back to your neutral spine. You've got your right hand planted into the mat. You're just going to lift the left arm up. So really stretch up nice and high. So you want to imagine that you're trying to stretch those fingertips all the way up towards the ceiling. And then you're going to internally rotate. Just see if you can bring that hand round towards your right hip. So really draw that left shoulder blade back, but keep pressing through the right hand here towards the mat. So just take a breath. And then slowly reach all the way up. So stretching through those fingers now. You're going to thread that hand all the way through the gap. So stretch it through as far as you can. You're going to see if you can take your left shoulder blade down towards the mat. Or just as far as you can. So really try and square the hips. Reach through as far as you can. And just take a pause here. And each time you exhale, just see if you can breathe away any tension or tightness that you can feel in the shoulder, and maybe twist around just a little bit further. You're going to take one more breath here. Press the right hand into the mat, lift that left arm all the way up, so really open through that chest. Feel that opening through that chest, stretch through the fingertips. You're going to take the hands down. Do it on the other side now. So this time you're going to lift the right arm up. So stretching, opening up through that chest. Really ground down through the left hand, lift up through the right fingertips. Just take a little breath here. And then you're going to internally rotate and see if you can bring that hand round towards the left hip this time. Keep drawing that shoulder blade away from the ears. Still sticking with this full body breathing as best as you can. And then reaching that arm all the way up, open through the chest. You're going to thread it through that gap between the hands. And this time, rest the right shoulder blade down. So the right shoulder blade comes to the mat as best as you can. You're going to try and square through the hips. Really reach through, and every time you breathe out, just see if you can take it through a little bit further, relaxing down. You're going to press that left hand into the mat, reach the right arm all the way up, open through that chest. Just take a little pause here, lengthening up through the spine, and then take the hands back down towards the mat. So you're going to take the right leg behind you this time. So the hands are still right underneath the shoulders, the knees are under the hips. You're just lengthening that right leg behind you. So press it all the way back, just so that it's in line with the rest of the body. Press through the heel, take a deep breath. And exhale, you're going to bring that knee in towards the chest. You're going to step it through between the hands. So the right foot is forward, you're going to reach the arms up towards the ceiling. Lift through those fingertips, draw the shoulders away from the ears. You want to keep this knee over the ankle, but still feel a stretch into the left hip. So just take a breath here. You're going to reach up nice and high. I'm just going to twist it up, you can see me. And then you're going to open those arms out to the side here. You're going to bring them all the way down. So relax the shoulders, keeping this right knee over the ankle still. The body's up nice and straight, and you're really just drawing this right shoulder blade back. So rather than throwing the head all the way back, it's more about opening through that chest. Keep the spine nice and long. You want to lengthen through the spine and just really get that rotation here. One more breath. Turning back to the center, reach those arms up, take a deep breath in, and exhaling, bring the hands down. You're going to step the right knee down towards the mat. Take a little shake from side to side if you need to, and then you're going to stretch the left leg behind you. So pressing the left toes into the mat. You're going to lift the leg up so that it's in line with the body. Press the hands down, take a deep breath. Exhaling, bring the knee in towards the chest, step it through between the hands. So now you've got the left foot forward. You want to make sure this knee is right over the ankle. You're not overshooting towards the foot. And then coming up so you can feel a nice stretch into the right hip this time. Squeezing the thighs together. Lengthening through the spine, reach the arms up. Draw the shoulders away from the ears. Take another breath. And then a twist towards your left this time. So reaching back with that left hand as far as you can, try and relax the shoulder. Maybe even use this right arm to kind of draw that left shoulder blade back. Again, not necessarily throwing the head, think more about opening up the chest. Inhale to lengthen the crown of the head up, lengthen through the spine, separate the vertebrae, and as you breathe out, you're twisting. Really squeeze through those thighs, one more breath. Inhale, lift the arms up, stretching up through the fingertips. Bring the hands down, step the left knee towards the mat. Take a little shake from side to side. You're going to tuck the toes under now, lift the hips, and we're coming into our first downward facing dog. So just send the hips up nice and high. You can start to pedal through the backs of the legs, gently pulling the belly button in. Just bending the left, straightening the right, bending the right, straightening the left, send the tailbone up. You're going to start to walk the feet towards the hands. Keep the knees nice and soft, resting the belly on the thighs. Grab hold of the elbows and just drop the head down. Gently nodding the head yes and no to loosen out the back of the neck. Maybe take a little rock from side to side just to loosen up that lower back. So it's not about having straight legs here, it's more about just really releasing that tension in the lower back. Releasing the elbows, press the feet into the floor. You're going to roll up through the spine, vertebrae by vertebrae, all the way to standing. So we're going to come to the front of our mat now. You're going to start by bringing the feet about hip width apart, and you're going to sweep both arms up towards the ceiling. So take the palms together now, lift through the chest and heart, draw the shoulders away from the ears, take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, we're coming over to the right. So keeping that length through the left side of the body. Keep drawing this top shoulder blade back. Keep pulling the left hip back so the hips are nice and square. Breathing out as you fold across a little bit more. One more breath. Come all the way up nice and slowly. Reach through those fingertips. As you exhale this time, we're folding forward. Keep the back nice and flat. We're going to slide the hands up the calves, draw the shoulders away from the ears. So here we want to really lengthen through that spine. So pull the belly button in. You want the spine to be nice and flat. So try not to round, you're lengthening here. So even if the hands are here, it doesn't matter where they are. Again, it's not about the backs of the legs, it's about that length in the spine. So just take a little breath here. You're going to exhale and bring the hands to the mat. So we're stepping the right foot back or sliding it all the way down the mat. So you've got your left foot forward. The left knee is still over that left ankle. You're going to untuck the back toes for now. Coming all the way up, just take an inhale as you reach the arms up. Draw the shoulders away from the ears. You're going to bring the palms down and take them into the centre of the chest. So we're just going to take a little pause here. So you want to really feel that strength into the legs. So you want to feel like you're pulling the left heel back, the right knee forward, and keeping those thighs nice and strong. So we're going to take a little twist now. You're going to bring your right elbow to the outside of the left knee. So twist in through the body, right elbow comes to the outside of the left knee. So what we're not doing is kind of collapsing and resting here. We're lifting through the body. So not collapsing, we're lifting. You can always take this bottom hand into a fist and bring the other hand onto the top, and then you can use that as a bit of a lever. So the idea is eventually that we're bringing this prayer into the centre of the chest. So if it's over here, that's fine, but you want to really try and lengthen through the spine and encourage it to twist and draw that prayer into the centre of the chest. So you're just going to take a little pause here. Nice deep breath in. Long breath out. One more breath here. So we're either going to stay here, or if you feel like you could take it a bit further, you're going to tuck your right toes under behind you. So tuck those right toes under, and then you're simply lifting the right knee off the mat. So you're still keeping that length, you're just pressing the heel back. So again, try not to collapse down. You want to keep lifting through the chest. We're going to take a breath here. One more. You're going to slowly lower that back knee if it's lifted. We're twisting back towards the centre. Plant the hands down either side of the front foot, and then you're going to step back into a high plank. So tucking the right toes under once more, step back into that high plank. Shoulders come over the wrist, press the heels back, lengthen through the spine, hug the belly button in. We're not coming down like this. We're not like this, keeping that body nice and in a line. We're going to take 3 plank dips. So squeezing the elbows in towards the body, coming halfway down, pressing back up. Keep that body nice and straight. Halfway down, all the way back up. Final one, you can come all the way down, or you can drop the knees if you want to. Lowering down, take an inhale, lift through the chest and heart. And then exhale to lower. Tuck the toes, lift the hips. You're coming into a downward facing dog, so take it to the knees first if you want to, or all the way up. Adjust the feet. Walk them in maybe just a little bit slightly. Send the tailbone up. Take a little pedal through the backs of the legs. Take a breath here. You're going to walk the feet towards the hands again. Slide the hands up the shins, that lengthening through the spine, lift through the chest. Just take a breath. And then an inhale, reach the arms all the way back up towards the ceiling, palms together. So lengthening through the spine once more, draw the shoulders away from the ears. Take a breath here. On your next inhale, you're reaching up, and as you exhale, you're taking the arms over to the left this time. So drawing that right shoulder blade back, right hip back. Lengthen as you breathe in, and exhale to take it over. One more breath. Squeeze in through the right side of the body, reach all the way up, take a deep breath in, and exhale, folding forwards. Keep that back nice and flat. Slide the hands up the shins. Draw the shoulders away from the ears. Really lengthen through that spine. Press the tailbone back. Exhaling, slide the hands down. You're going to step the left leg back this time. So drawing that left knee down towards the mat. You've got the right knee over the right ankle. Slowly coming up. So again, we want to feel that stretch into the left hip. But you also want to feel like you're pulling the right heel back, left knee forward. So not twisting to the side, it's lifting up. I'm just going to twist around. So I'm going to twist the right way to you. So Keeping that length here, going to bring an inhale, reach the arms up. Draw the shoulders away from the ears. Really squeeze through those thighs. Bring the hands into the center of the chest. So just find that kind of scissoring motion, that sort of upward kind of motion here. Nice and strong through the thighs. You're going to take the left elbow to the outside of the right knee this time. So twist into your right. Right elbow comes down. Again, not resting the chest onto the thighs here, we're lifting. So you can bring that bottom hand into the fist, top hand on top, and use it to revolve the chest. Or use the prayer and bring that into the center. So again, it's fine if it's here, as long as you're lifting and lengthening through the spine and working towards bringing it round. So just take a little breath here. And you can continue to stay here, or if you want to take it further, you can tuck the left toes under. You're going to lift that left knee off the mat. So just try not to let anything move, you're just pressing that foot back. Keep lifting and lengthening through the spine, driving that left heel back. One more breath here. If the knee is lifted, you're going to slowly lower it down. We're coming back towards the center. Bring the hands either side of that front foot. Again, you're going to step back into a high plank. You can come to the knees if you need to. So tucking the left toes under, take the right foot to join back into your high plank. Hug the belly button in, shoulders are right underneath. Hands are right underneath the shoulders. We're going to come halfway down. Pressing all the way back up. Halfway down. All the way back up. Final one, drop the knees if you want to, or you're coming halfway down, rolling over the toes, lift through the chest and heart, and into your downward facing dog. Just pedaling through the backs of the legs, maybe walking them a little bit closer towards the body. Soften the knees, lengthen through the spine. We're going to take a little pause here and take 3 breaths. So breathing in. And breathing out. Rather than trying to focus on lengthening through the legs, you want to focus on lengthening through the spine. You're going to walk the feet towards the hands. Slide the hands up the shins. Draw the shoulders away from the ears. Lengthen through the spine. Inhale, sweep those arms up towards the ceiling and bring them down into the center of the chest. So, I'm just going to readjust my mat. Should be feeling a little bit warmer. So we're going to come back towards the front of our mat now. But this time you're going to take an inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale and we're folding down. Slide the hands up the shins once more. Take a pause here, draw the shoulders away from the ears. Exhaling, you're going to slide the hands down. We're going to step back into our high plank. So keeping the shoulders over the wrist, drop the knees if you want to. We're going to come halfway down. Rolling over the toes, lift the chest and heart into your downward facing dog. Adjust the feet, send the tailbone up nice and high, pull the belly button in. You're going to lift the left leg behind you, so into your split dog. So driving that right heel down. You've got your left leg in the air, so keep drawing the hands down, pressing that foot up. You're going to take the left knee in towards the chest. Take a little pause here. You're going to stretch it all the way back. And exhaling, bring it in. Once more, all the way up. Exhale, bring it in. Step it through between the hands. Left foot is planted, both toes are pointing forward. You're on the toes of the back foot. Ground down through the feet here. Reach the arms up. Taking it into a high lunge. So the right heel is driving back. The heel of the right foot shouldn't be on the mat. You should have the heel lifted. You're just bending through that front knee. Reach the arms up. As you exhale, you're going to twist to your left and bring the arms out wide. So imagine someone's pulling those fingertips apart, really stretching through the arms. Take an inhale, lift up. And an exhale, bring them out. One more breath like this. Reach back with that left arm as far as you can. As you inhale, this time you're coming back to the centre. Draw that right heel back. We're going to come into our warrior two. So from here, you're opening that right foot out. So your left toes are pointing forward. Your front heel and back instep are roughly in a line. You square the hips, the shoulders. Bend through that left knee. Bring the arms up nice and strong. We're going to take a breath here. Stretch through that front leg. And then exhale, bring the arms out nice and wide. So again, someone's pulling those arms apart. Keep nice and strong here. I'm going to lower the left hand onto this front leg. We're reaching the right arm up and over. So again, feel that stretch through the side of the body. Don't just throw it up. You want to feel that stretch all the way up, reaching up to the top. And then you just take the arm back behind you. Internally rotate. We're bringing that right arm round towards the left hip. Like so. You can grab hold of a piece of clothing or you can bring it round towards that hip and draw the top shoulder blade back. So the right shoulder blade is coming back and you're keeping that length through the spine. So again, we're not collapsing the chest down, we're lifting and revolving the chest towards the ceiling. So your spine is taking that really nice rotation. So just one more breath here. You're going to reach the right arm all the way up. Stretching through the right side of the body, grounding down through both the feet. You're going to come up into your warrior two. And slowly straighten that front leg. You're bringing the hands to the hips, left toes, are pointing in front of you. So, keep the feet as wide as you can. Hands around the hips. We're lifting through the chest, lengthening through the spine. Take a deep breath. As you exhale, we're going to come forward. So keep lifting and lengthening through that chest. So try not to round through the back. I want to keep lifting and lengthening. You're going to come halfway down. Take another breath here. And exhaling, carry on folding down towards the mat. So you can bend the knees if you need to. If you've got a block or a book and you're using that, you can use that here. So try and see if you can just walk the hands back a little bit so they're in line with the feet and just adjust the feet, send that tailbone high. So try not to round through the back. It's better that you're bending the knees and you've got the hands nice and flat. So we're going to take the left hand to the middle of your mat now. And you're going to bring the right hand to the lower back. So keeping that length in the spine, you're just gently twisting towards the right. Still keeping the spine nice and long. You're not moving the whole body. The body is nice and still in the middle. You're just taking that twist. So you can pause here, or if you want to take this right arm up, you can. Doesn't have to. You can keep the hand on the lower back. Try and keep that spine as long as you can. Keep drawing that shoulder back and lifting through that top arm. Just take one more breath here. You're going to bring that hand back to the lower back if it's lifted. Twist back and bring the hand to the floor. Take a deep breath in, lift through the chest, and exhale, and we're just folding towards the mat now. So just relax everything down. Soften the knees, bring those hands back up onto the hips. As slowly as we came down, we're going to come back up. So keep pressing those feet into the mat, lifting through the chest and the heart all the way to standing. We're going to turn the left toes back towards the front of our mat. We're turning the right and we're going to windmill the hands either side of this front foot. So twisting the right toe so that both feet are parallel towards, pointing towards the front of the mat. You're going to step the left foot back into your high plank position. We're either going to drop the knees or we're going to come all the way down to the mat. So wherever you are, we're going to come halfway down or all the way down, roll over the toes, lift through the chest and heart, and into your downward facing dog. Adjust the feet, send the tailbone high. 3 breaths here. After your final third breath, we're lifting the right leg up this time. So reach it up nice and high. You're pressing that left heel into the mat. We're going to exhale, bring the knee in towards the chest. Take it all the way back up, press back. Exhale, bring it forward. All the way back up once more. And then in towards the chest. This time you're going to step it through between the hands. So the right foot is forward. You're on the toes of the back foot. The right knee is over the right ankle. We're going to ground down through those feet. Lift the arms up towards the ceiling. Draw the shoulders away from the ears. Keep pressing back and keep those hips nice and square. Right foot forward, left heel back, reaching up. As you exhale, this time you're going to twist to the right. So take a little pause here. Reach back as far as you can. As you inhale, lift the arms. As you exhale, reach back even further. One more breath like this. All the way out. On your next inhale, you're going to reach both arms up. Draw the shoulders back. We're opening into our warrior two on the other side. So, right toes are pointing forward. Front heel back in, step in a line. Square the hips, square the shoulders. Arms are out nice and strong. So stretching through those fingers. Bend into the right knee. Keep pressing that knee back. We're going to take an inhale, take a breath in. And an exhale, come in here. Just take a little pause. You're going to drop the right arm onto that front knee and take the left arm up. So drawing a line from those fingertips to the heel. Again, no collapsing, keep lifting, keep revolving that chest. You're going to reach back with the left arm, internally rotate and bring it round towards the right hip this time. So it doesn't matter if it's in the middle of the back, you're working towards the right hip. So grab hold of a piece of clothing and then just gradually bring yourself further round so you can draw that left shoulder back. Keep nice and strong into those legs, looking up to the ceiling if you want to. One more breath here. You're going to take the left arm and reach all the way back up. Draw that shoulder blade back, ground down through the feet, keep bending through the front knee. Take the arms out, pausing here. Straighten the right leg, bring the hands to the hips and turn the right toes to point in front of you. So we're standing up nice and tall again. So bringing the hands onto the hips, lift through the chest and the heart, take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, we're slowly coming forward, so keeping the chest lifted, spine is long. Pausing halfway, take another breath. And exhaling, carry on coming down towards the mat or to your block. You're going to bring the hands down. Adjust the feet as much as you need to and really bend those knees. Don't be afraid to bend the knees if you need to bring the hands to the mat. So walk the hands back a little bit, lift through the chest and heart. Just take a little breath here. This time you're going to bring the right hand to the middle of the mat. The left hand is coming to the lower back. So keeping that length through the chest and heart. We're going to twist towards the left. Keep drawing the shoulder blades back and keeping that spine nice and long. You can stay here or you can reach that left arm up towards the ceiling. Keep it to the lower back if you want to, or reach it up. 2 breaths. Keep twisting a little bit deeper each time if you can. Final breath here. Bring the hand down towards the lower back. We're twisting towards the center. Take the left hand down. Another breath here and lift through that chest and heart. Exhale, just completely relax down towards the mat. Softening the knees. You're going to bring the hands back up to the hips. We're coming to standing nice and slowly, keeping that back as flat as you can. You're going to turn the right toes towards the front of your mat this time and then the left, so both feet are facing forward. Windmill the hands either side of this front foot. Step back into your high plank position. Shoulders over the wrist. Hug that belly button in. We're going to drop the knees if you want to, or you're coming halfway down, rolling over the toes. Lift through the chest and heart and into your downward facing dog. Just pedal through the backs of the legs. We're going to take 3 breaths here. Send the tailbone up. Really try and press the chest back towards the thighs. Rather than rounding through the back to get the legs straight, you want to lengthen and send that tailbone up. You're going to slowly come back to your normal breath. We're going to lower the knees down towards the mat and untuck the toes. So just take a little wiggle from side to side here. You're going to walk the hands towards the front of your mat and send the hips up. So we're finding that length through the spine. Send the chest down. So rather than sending the hips towards the heels, the hips are staying high, stacked over the knees. And we're lengthening through the spine, opening through the chest. So each time you breathe out, you want the gravity to just bring the chest closer towards the ground. You're really opening up through the chest here as well. So really feel that length in the spine. Try and separate all the vertebrae. And we're going to take 2 more breaths here. And then slowly start to walk the hands a little bit closer towards you. So you're back into your tabletop position. We're going to tuck the toes under once more, lift the hips, come into your downward facing dog. Just adjust the feet, send the tailbone high. You're going to lift that left leg up, bend the knee in towards the chest and step the foot between the hands. So again, grounding down through this front foot. We're reaching the arms up. Draw the shoulders away from the ears. Now, we're going to come onto this one front standing leg. So if you need to grab hold of a wall, you can, or something in front of you, but try and give it a go without, because it doesn't matter if you fall, it's fine, no one's going to see you. So you're going to reach the arms up. So we're reaching forward, so the body is in a nice long line. We're just going to take a little move forwards and backwards, just so you can get that balance. And then you're slowly going to lift the right leg up off the floor. So the toes are pointing down. What we're aiming to do is have the body in a nice horizontal line. So I realise that may not be completely possible. So if you're here and you're resting your toes on the mat, that's absolutely fine. If you're here, it's fine. If you've got a soft bend in that knee, that's fine. But try and really square those hips. Try and reach forward with those arms. So we're just going to try and take 2 breaths here as best as you can. Final breath. Whoop, wobbling, see? And then slowly lower that back foot, reach the arms up. Take the hands down either side of the front foot, step back into your high plank. Take a little pause here, lift the hips into your downward facing dog. Lift the right leg up, bend the knee in towards the chest, step it through between the hands. Reach the arms up, taking it on the other side. So you've got your right foot forward this time. Up onto the toes of that back left foot. So again, just forwards and backwards, just feeling that distribution of weight between the feet. We're going to slowly reach forward as far as we can so that the left leg lifts up. I have too many plants in the way here. So again, rest the toes on the mat if you need to. Lift them up a little bit. Take the arms up slowly, but try and reach forward as high as you can. Keep lifting through the chest. Find that point of focus. We're going to take 2 breaths. And slowly lower the foot back. Lift up. Exhaling, bring the hands down. Step back into your high plank. We're going to drop those knees. And then sweep the legs round so that they're all the way in front of you. So, sitting up nice and tall, you're going to hug the right knee in towards the chest. Take the left leg in front of you. You can stay here. You can step the right foot over the straight leg, as long as you can keep both those sit bones on the floor. Again, you can stay here, hug that right knee in towards the chest. If you want to take this straight leg all the way around the body, if you're here, just bring that leg back out in front. You want to keep both the sit bones on the mat. You should feel quite an intense stretch into the hip. So sit up nice and tall, lift through the chest and the heart. You're taking the right hand behind you and the left hand is going to wrap around this front knee. So rather than just collapsing, kind of resting here, we're going to lift through the chest, lengthen through that spine. Use that right hand behind you to draw the right shoulder blade back. So you're again opening through that chest, that rotation in the spine. So as you breathe in, lift up. And as you breathe out, twist a bit deeper. We're going to take 2 more breaths here. So still hugging that knee in nice and tightly. Draw the shoulders away from the ears. Try not to collapse. Keep lifting and twisting. Final breath. You're going to slowly come back to the center. Unravel the legs. And this time you're hugging the left knee in towards you. So still sitting up nice and tall, pressing through the right foot. You can keep the feet here. Step this foot over. Again, stay here. Hug that knee in nice and tightly. Or if you want to take this straight leg around the body, you can. As long as you can keep both the sit bones into the mat. The left hand is coming behind you. You're wrapping the right arm around that front leg. So again, don't collapse here. We're lifting through the chest and heart, twisting and revolving the whole of the spine around to the left. Draw that left shoulder blade back, really open through the chest. Breathing in. And breathing out. One more breath here. You're going to come back towards the centre. We're unravelling those legs for a final time. And we're going to bring the legs straight out in front of us, so sitting up nice and tall. You're going to lift up here, reaching up, twisting to the right. So try not to lift that left hip up. We want to keep both toes pointed towards the ceiling. We're just twisting the body. You're reaching up and forwards as far as you can. And slide the hands back, lift up. And exhale. One more breath, reach up. And this time you're going to see if you can take both hands down towards the outside of this right foot. So we're just twisting around to the right basically, but you want to keep both the sit bones on the mat. You want to keep both toes pointing up. You can see me. So just take them around as far as you can, but we're reaching forward. So still keep the sit bones. Don't let this lift up so you can go further forward. It doesn't matter. It's better that the spine is nice and tall and we're just taking that twist forwards. So you can still feel a stretch down this right leg. Keep lifting up and exhaling. One more breath here. You're going to slowly come back up. Reach those arms up towards the ceiling. I'm going to take it over to the other side now. So lift up through the fingers, twisting towards the left foot, reach up, and exhale, slide those hands back. Breathing in, lifting up. And exhale, really lengthen through the spine a bit further forward. One more breath here, lifting up. Exhale. But we're going to come to the outside of that left foot this time. So as far as you can, lift through that chest and exhale. Keeping both the sit bones on the mat, both toes are pointing upwards. Try and keep that lift through the chest and heart and just twisting gently here. If you can feel any discomfort, just come back round, it doesn't matter. Just a final breath here. You're going to slowly come all the way back up, reach those arms towards the ceiling, lifting up. Bring the hands down into the centre of the chest. You're just going to walk these feet in, hands either side of the body, and take a little windscreen wiper of those knees from side to side. So, back towards your mat. Gosh, this is moving all over the place. Grounding down here. So keeping that length in the spine again, lift through the chest and heart. You can bring the hands underneath the backs of the legs and the shins up so they're parallel to the ceiling. If you need to rest the toes on the mat, you can. Keep them up. We're going to lift the arms up. Take a deep breath. As you exhale, twisting towards your left, bring the arms down. Use the whole of that inhale, reaching up as high as you can. Exhale over towards the right. Breathing in, lifting up. And exhaling to the left. Once more over to the right, reach up. And exhale to the right. Breathing in, lift up. Take the arms down, the feet down, wrap the arms all the way around you. Tuck the chin in towards the chest and really try and breathe into that space between the shoulders. Hug yourself in nice and tightly. Nice and tall now. We're just going to take ourselves down towards the mat. You're going to hug the knees in towards the chest and just take some little circles round now. So just nice and gently, just massaging through the lower back. And we're going to take it round the other way. Finally bringing those knees in towards the centre of the chest. You're going to wrap the arms around you, hugging yourself into a tiny little ball. So see if you can bring the hands to the elbows. Maybe tuck the chin in towards the chest, bring the forehead to the knees. Breathing in. Exhale, squeeze and hug in nice and tightly. One more breath. Tensing all those muscles. You're going to release the arms, the legs, and come down into your final resting pose, your Savasana. You have made it to the end. So, well, almost the end, because now you get to lie down and chill out. So you're going to stretch the legs out in front of you. Space. You're going to bring the toes so that they're flopping out towards the bottom corners of the mat. The arms coming either side of the body with the palms facing up. You're just going to leave a small gap into the armpit. You're looking up towards the ceiling, gently tucking the chin in towards the chest, and then you're going to close the eyes. So just pausing here. We're going to take one more nice deep breath in to the count of 4. So breathing in. Take a hold of that breath for 2 counts. And breathing out for 4. Take a pause at the bottom for 2 counts. Breathing in for 4. Hold the breath. Breathing out for 4. Hold that breath at the bottom of your exhale for 2 counts. And then just coming back to your natural breath now. So rather than trying to control it, you're just allowing that breath to kind of flow very naturally in and out of the body. Let go of your practice. Relaxing from the crown of the head all the way down to the tips of the toes. Just scanning the body from head to toe. Just maybe noticing any areas where you can feel any extra tension or tightness in the body. Just sending the breath to these areas, and with each exhale just release that tension or tightness in the body and the mind, allowing the whole body to just completely sink and relax down into the earth. Soften the forehead, the eyebrows and the space between the eyebrows, the cheeks, the chin, the lips and the jaw, soft and relaxed. Relaxing the sides of the neck down to the shoulders, the tops of the arms to the elbows, down towards the forearms and the wrists, the palms of the hands, the backs of the hands, and all 10 fingers. Soften the throat, the chest, the space around the heart down towards the belly and the ribs. Relaxing the back of the neck. Nice and slowly all the way down the spine towards the shoulder blades, the top, middle, lower back. Completely relaxed, melting down into the earth, relaxing all the way down to the hips, the thighs, knees, calves and shins, down towards the ankles, the soles of the feet, the tops of the feet, and all 10 toes. The whole of the body completely calm, relaxed and peaceful. Just let it feel like you're melting into the earth below. Just focusing that attention inwards on the breath, the gentle rise and fall of the belly and the chest as you breathe. And if the mind does start to wander, just simply bring the attention and focus back to the breath, allowing any thoughts, feelings or tension to just float away with each breath. The body calm, relaxed and peaceful. Just pausing here for a few more moments. And just very gently starting to deepen your breath now. So just bringing a little bit of awareness back into the room. Still with the eyes closed, just keeping that breath a little bit deeper. Maybe wiggling the fingers or the toes just to bring some gentle movement back into the body. Rock the head from side to side, just loosening out the back of the neck. If you want to, you could reach the arms up and above the head into a full body stretch from the tips of the fingers all the way down to the toes. Bring the arms down, still keeping the eyes closed or the gaze down. You're going to gently roll onto your right side, bringing the knees up in towards the chest just slightly and using the arms or hands as a pillow. Just resting or pausing here for a few more moments. Feeling calm, peaceful, relaxed. And just allowing these feelings to come with you throughout the rest of your evening, knowing that you can return to this place of calm at any time that you need. So very, very gently, still keeping the eyes closed or the gaze down, you're going to start to make your way up into a comfortable seated position on the mat. So just really take your time now, no need to rush. Sitting up nice and tall whenever you're ready, you're going to lift the shoulders up towards the ears, take a deep breath in. Sighing as you drop the shoulders down. One more breath like this. Take the chin down towards the chest. Start to rub the palms of the hands together to generate some heat. Place the hands over the eyes. Blinking the eyes open into the palms. Bring the hands down into the center of the chest whenever you are ready. Thank you, everybody. I wish you a very peaceful rest of your week. Namaste. So, thank you. I hope you all enjoyed that. Feeling a little bit taller, hopefully helping with any kind of lower back pain, any stress. And I will be back next week on Monday morning at 9:30 if anybody wants to join, Tuesday at 12, and then on Wednesday again next week at 7. So hopefully I will see you then. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.